Alright, oh that's right, we were gonna uncurse... I don't even remember what. The Librum Umbra Malum Ovilla. Itavero, you offer the grim Latin tome to the machine. Your head tingles as the machine thrums and vibrates. Inhuman vowels ululate in your ear. Dark words form at the tip of your tongue, and a cacophony of language reverberates and resounds, and pow, suddenly dissipates. The curse is severed from the book. All that nasty Latin has been wiped away, revealing the uncorrupted beauty beneath. You got an item, 101 delicious mutton recipes. The book's curse now lives in the machine. I don't think you can project your consciousness into it. Oh, we're gonna do that, but... Now it's a cookbook. It's a cookbook! To serve man. That is a hell of a reference right there. Gotta wash your hair every morning. Oh yeah, I believe it. I believe it. We project our consciousness into it. Okay, but can I get in my inventory? No. Alright. Hello, chickens. Hyla, small bird. Aji has lost much to the wolves, still he hunts. Hails, Aji. Spit on a son of Rome, Grimhild. Okay, we're Vikings now. So I'm gonna assume that this is pronounced by like both a B and a P at the same time, which is unable to be done with a human mouth. So we're also Cthulhu possessed. Henricus offers powers on top of peace. Power in return for suckling the sucklings of a she-wolf? That's no power. Aji drinks the milk of bears and he spits on sons and daughters of Rome. Aji speaks too much of suckling. Talk plainly. No truce with Empire, Grimhild. Frapibija. Scanlines cast protection from evil. Oh god. I mean, yeah, also fair. Scanlines are kind of the double. There's wisdom left in old Fridonot for those who seek to ask the right questions. Hail, Grimhild. Truly a bear, indeed. Hails. Not often is Latin spoke in our soil without bloodshed. It augurs well for our future. I am, in fact, a bear. Rar. Not often is Latin spoken in our soil without bloodshed. It augurs well for our future. Henricus offers us with much power. Yah! The tribes who ally with the Empire are greatly rewarded, but I can name no tribe who would be as powerful as you, Grimhild, if you were good to that man. Fridonot, don't speak of marriage at this time. Ah, why scold me? Would it not go well for our future and yours? A secure peace for all with much power to you and benefits. Would you not like to have fine silks, Grimhild, and spices, and fine creams? Delicious creams! Henricus has much confidence to come here alone. I don't know. I feel like I need to turn Henricus into a blood sacrifice. Can we Blood Eagle this guy? Ave, barbarian. Hails. I stand before you in the name of Imperator Gaius Julius Caesar's Divus, Dominus of this land. The Imperator's birthday is next Mercury's Day. It's a big birthday. He'll be 40. Sign his birthday card, barbarian, and the Empire shall look with favor upon your tribe. We threaten him? Do we threaten him? Or do we bitch at him for calling me a barbarian? Or do we sign the card like a wussy baby? I'm leaning towards threatening him because it has a stat requirement. We're gonna threaten him. Step aside, Henricus, or I'll go right through you. I don't respond to threats. I don't threaten to tear men down the middle, I do it. Look at me, what would happen to the man who stands in my way? You respond to me or you will die. You respond to me or I will die. I don't respond to threats. I don't threaten to tear men down the middle, I do it. What would happen to a man who stands in my way? I don't respond to rhetorical questions. Very well. How would you like to die today? Don't respond to open questions. Do you remember what happened when you first annoyed me? I don't respond to recall and process questions. Are you attached to your eyes? Do you think you still will be by sunset? Fair, Grimchild, it is fairly won, you are right. I would not wish to lose my eyes and be deprived in turn of your fine beauty. pig, step aside. Are you attached to your eyes? A sharp wit is yours indeed, Grimhild, but oh, if you had only lashed me with a Latin tongue, your barbs would ring like great poetry. You bore me with your Latin. A birthday card to Imperator Gaius Julius Caesar Divus is a powerful document. There's no better opportunity for the tribes in the north to gain Caesar's notice and favor. We punch the card into the sky. Uh-oh. Consummatum est. The curse that once lodged within that forbidden nasty text has been unwritten and undone, and you find its fascinating final chapter you did not notice before. Upgrade. It's 111 delicious mutton recipes. 10 new ways to prepare mutton. What a bounty. And 20 XP. I'm excited to cook something. So what's this do? Meaty expertise. It's so much less scary than it used to be. It's now almost as boring as a real book. We read it. 30% increased meat drops. This 11-chapter cookbook consists of 1 chapter of actual mutton recipes, preceded by 9 chapters devoted to techniques for securing the mutton in the first place. You're not that interested in mutton acquisition, but the tips have some general applicability. And there's 1 more chapter. The final chapter has a density of information that's going to take some time to parse. There's some mutton recipes for sure, but also some detailed information on basically every other kind of meat exists. Do we foray into the text? You bet your asses we do. The chapter goes into dismaying detail about all kinds of meat, and you glean some useful facts that will help you find more meat than ever. All right, we got meaty expertise, which is an additional 20% meat drops. And you can further enhance it for an even higher additional 10% more, good God. If you have the time and energy. So we are actually pretty close to that, so we'll probably do that at some point. So we should be at like 50% meat drops now. Yeah, assuming that they stack additively. Oh shit, if it's additive, we're actually higher than that. We're at, what is that, 75% meat drops? Dang. All right, let's go kill some stuff. Can I just leave? Yeah. Let us go forth and acquire meat. And more importantly, experience points. Actually, before we do that, let's swap this over to... Where is it? No, it's a ring, that's right. Where's our grinding ring? Here we go. Random encounters or fights. So let's go punch some dudes. All right, wise guy. Yeah, we've kicked the shit out of these dudes before, and we'll do it again. Eat cheese, nerds. Everybody's got a plan until they catch some sleaze in the face. We kill a bear and get 5 tons of meat from the sky, exactly. All right, 12 XP and a firebomb. We only need like 1 or 2 fights, and we'll have enough to actually, you know, make use of that. Thank you, Leonardo, for the healing, but also delicious cheese. Okay, how are we looking? 48, okay, cool. That's all we needed to do. So we do this, we read it, and we keep reading. Among all the facts and figures, you learn that the author grew up in a cabin made of meat. That kind of affluence boggles the mind. You can even further enhance it for 50 experience for another 10%. The temptation is strong. The temptation is very strong. Okay, if we're gonna do this though, we're not gonna grind here. I wanna grind somewhere that gives us better XP. I think the SIT campus might do that. You hear cheering and chanting coming from a ramshackle, abandoned-looking frat house and wander inside to see what's going on. A house of meat, you don't wanna see the door now. Oh my God. Silvernail! Silvernail, you are one of us. Every so often I forget. And then you come in and you remind me. What's going on is that some vampires have found a bunch of medical blood bags somewhere and have hooked them up to all the same line. One vampire is on the floor underneath the IV stand, desperately chugging from the tube while the others are chanting, chug, 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 chug. Hey, who are you? You were not invited. We have a party crasher in our midst. The other vampires give you menacing glares Except for the one on the floor who's still busy trying not to drown. We fight them. Meet the parents. Terrible. Oh, wow. That was a lot of damage. Thankfully, the power of sleaze will see us through. Vampire Diabolist. Holy crap, these guys are actually nasty. Set everybody on fire for 12. That is actually incredibly lethal. Oh no. 26 cold damage on our axe, though. Absolutely ridiculous. And that's only 15 XP, but we got 73 meat out of it, and we got an Orb of Blood Blasting. Deal your muscle and physical damage to yourself and twice as much to an enemy. Ooh. Hey, Pokey, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Good luck on your Elden Ringing with Flo. I will more than likely be raiding y'all later. So do we reduce an enemy's stats and HP? No, we're using the Orb of Blood Blasting. That's 18 damage for a freebie attack. That's just too good. Thanks, vampires. I took your blood and now it's mine. While exploring the halls of SIT, you take a wrong turn and find yourself in a locker room full of goblins. As best you can figure out from context, this must be SIT's varsity snapping towels at butts team. Except the sport probably has a better name than that. Towel butt, butt snap. Hey, what's your sport called? Foot base. That doesn't make any sense at all. What are you, a nerd of some or another kind? They twist their towels up into lethal looking whips. Run the gauntlet. 5 sleaze armor. Alright, so these things have sleaze resistance, so sadly our Stilton Splatter is gonna do next to nothing to them. However, I'm gonna Blood Blast. I'm gonna Parmesan Missile. I'm gonna Parmesan Missile. I'm gonna heal myself to full health because I have to style on these little shits. And then I'm just gonna murder this one. Look at that. Look at that. Video games. 15 XP, 63 meat, a baseball, and a Jocelyn baseball cap. Neat. How are we looking on XP? 38, we're getting there. You end up in a spooky dark hallway in one of SIT's lecture buildings. There's nothing sinister about it, it's just dark and spooky because a couple lights have burned out and nobody's been around to change the bulbs yet. Probably because it's kind of dark and spooky. Oh wait, it just got a little sinister actually, because a weird pale bald guy with a goatee is skulked out of the shadows and is waggling his fingers at you. Look into my eyes, you're growing sleepy. Hey, are you trying to hypnotize me? Yes. I love that you can just fail to resist or we're hypnotizing him back. That's my trick, assuming I've previously gotten one of the random encounters where the solution involves hypnotizing someone, which isn't guaranteed, but that's potentially my trick. You don't own it. You hypnotize him into punching himself in the face a bunch of times. It's trickier than it sounds because your natural inclination is to be like, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. But if you say that, he'll interpret it as a command and actually will stop hitting himself. Oh. Alright. I didn't even get any XP for making that man beat himself to death. Alright, mobsters. I remember the guitar guys being dangerous here, but I don't think they're gonna get a chance to do anything. Hey, Michi, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. You have arrived just in time to watch me cheese everything to death. Except for this guy. He gets the axe. Mob capo. See, the joke here is that sometimes a word means two different things. Okay. Good talk, video game. Alright. Let us read this again. Oh my god, there's more. In one section, you glean a method for collecting interest on loans from people you've not lent meat to. For accounting is complicated, but the results speak for themselves. I wonder if I can just keep upgrading this thing. Except I'm to the point now where I don't really need the meat. So I don't know. Let's just go home. Is there anything I want to buy? I don't remember. Let's find out. How far am I into this? Maybe like halfway, I think, or thereabouts. I'd have to look. You turn a corner and encounter a very weird sight, and yes, I'm aware that your tolerance for things being weird is already pretty high at this point. There are 3 shadows here, this time in the shape of little people. They seem to be groveling and praying and twitching before a 4th little shadow, which is basically the same, except it has horns and a little pitchfork like a cartoon devil. Is this supposed to be some kind of shadow mimicry and or mockery of human religions? Am I maybe overthinking this? We fight the shadows. There is a little devil, shadow devil, and shadow homunculi. They can be our angles or our devils, chat. Shadows can be whatever we want them to be. In this case, though, I mostly just want them to be dead. I don't really have any AoE, I don't think. I mean, I have... I don't know, this is a clarinet. I thought that was one of my bottle rockets. If only I had the ability to craft nuclear devices. So woke up from your nap, you're up till 2 a.m. beating Pokemon Legends ZA storyline. Nice. Nice, I hope you had a good time with it. I respect the late nights. Ask Turtle cast Meteor, if only. Sadly, Leonardo is a lazy little bastard. All he does is occasionally heal us and look busy. Okay, do you have anything I actually care about? I don't think you do. Add +2 bleed to a weapon. Yoink. Increase your sleaze armor by 5. Delicious oyster. These are for eating and not throwing. I'll pass. Wait a minute, what was that? Wait, no, that was a binder clip. We have those. All right, let's add bleed to our axe. A disposable hefty sharpened ice axe wand. You affix the disposable razor blade to your hefty sharpened ice axe wand, which by the transitive property of disposability becomes disposable itself. Neat. Your problem is late nights combined with early mornings. Good God, yes. Yes, that is a special kind of hell, having to deal with that. It's absolutely miserable. We have a complicated SIT textbook for 196 meat. Yeah, okay, sure. A good deal, and a great victory for free thinking. Don't ever buy your textbooks new, my friend, and don't let them ever make you think you gotta. And he drops back down into the sewer. You got an item, 85.198 in intermediate numerical botany. Oh God. What is this? You look at the first few pages of the book and the only thing you learn is that you'd be better off selling this to a used bookstore than trying to comprehend any of it. We'll do that then. You managed to get a decent chunk of change for it. We made back, I don't know, about 100 more meat. All right. Neat. We could probably farm random encounters with that guy if I really wanted to. But I think I would rather actually progress with the game. Hey, Jessica, you got anything for me? I got this book, and possibly also a bachelor's degree in botany. I'm not exactly sure. Wow, sounds like a busy day. Yes, that's a fair assessment. I'm going to bed. Okay, sleep tight. We're having some trouble pinpointing the next artifact, but we should have it sorted out in the morning. We have a to-do list. Get some sleep. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. Before he left on his errand, Charles asked me to have you pick a third store. Of course. The first applicant is Jardware's Hardware. I guess if your name is Jardware, your options for rhyming business names are pretty limited. The second is Ye Olde Kimerick, some SIT science lady who wants to sell potions. And the last applicant is Advanced Pants. It doesn't say what they plan on selling, but I have to assume that it's pants. Not grinding until I got max level in meat. Pathetic. I don't even know what the max level in this is. Jardware human trafficking ware? You're selling me on the hardware store. All right. Oh boy, yet another fitful dream. You always look back fondly on your afternoon at college. The statues of you, each whispering. The whispering drifts in and out and mixes together, making it hard to understand. All I got, all I ever, all I'm doing, bronze study bluffing. This dream has a horrible hole in it. We go in. Something was keeping me out. What did you do, you idiot? My research wasn't thorough enough. Will the barrier hold without me? Perhaps through this there is an ending. Okay, that's mildly creepy. Okay, we gotta remember to do all of our everything here so that we get our bonuses. Heavy is the hand. And fairy fisticuffs. Okay, and I think that's all we get. No shows have been invented yet. Yeah, we tried. So, thank God you're finally awake. Am I? If you say so. What's eating you? I'm at my wit's end. Charles has gone missing. Really? Where did he go? Well, he wouldn't be missing if I knew that. She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. Okay, I'm panicking. Come on, Jessica, don't panic. I do know where he went before he went missing. What happened? We were having trouble getting the Detectortron to focus on the next artifact. All we could get was the Big Moist. The Big Moist? It's a swamp north of Porkham, and I'm pretty sure that the entire swamp is not the cursed artifact in question. Charles went out there yesterday to see if a downed power line or something was causing interference. He hasn't come back yet. No, he hasn't. Well, maybe I should go look for him. Are you trying to drive me crazy? Come on, get a wiggle on, for crying out loud. Charles could have been eaten by gator men by now. Is this map a slice of Swiss cheese? It's a sponge. Which deli have you been going to? A sponge is definitely not a map. You're going to a swamp. It's soft, damp, and it has holes in it. What do you want from me? Did you say something about gator men? Gator men, you know. I don't, which seems like a good thing. The Big Moist is home to a tribe of nasty and belligerent half-people, half-alligators. They don't take kindly to intruders, such as, for example, Charles. Or me, presumably. Are you chickening out on me now when a friend's life is possibly at stake? I'm going. All right, Gatorman. There's a yo mama joke in there in the Big Moist, maybe. I bet you there's a lot of things in the Big Moist, Hila. Okay, let's see. I'm curious if, since we've entered a new chapter, if these shop stocks change. They do. Okay, so the shops get more shit as we progress. Deal 5+ physical damage, 5+ muscle physical damage. This is actually a pretty good weapon. I mean, I'm not interested in any of it because we got our, like, ridiculous axe, but... The top part is human and the bottom is alligator. That would be miserable. Dottie nods pleasantly, ask about making an amulet. Oh, okay, we have a rift crystal. Could you make me a custom amulet? I have this really fantastic crystal that I'd like to have set in it. Sure thing. Wow, that is a really nice crystal. It's my favorite thing in the world, so no funny business. Right, of course not. I could set that in a nice amulet for, let's say, 300 meat? Yeah, okay. You spend 300 meat. Dottie pulls some blank amulets out from under the counter for you to select from, and then carefully sets your crystal in the middle of it. You watch her like a hawk the whole time. There you are, perfect. How do you like it? It's great, thanks. Now that you've had your beautiful rift crystal set in an amulet, you can wear it right next to your heart, where it belongs. Plus 10 max HP and regen 5 HP per round. Holy crap, okay. We lose damage for that, but I think that is absolutely worth it. Don't I have something else that gives me other, like 3 regen, I think? I don't remember what it was, though. Yeah, no, our pants give us, so we're regenerating 8 health a round now. Hell yeah. That, like, combined with all the healing, I'm actually, We might be able to... We might be able to, like, replace the Ring of Universal Healthcare, but... I think it's kind of the best ring we've got. And yes, we'll be checking out the hardware store, worry not. Let's see, what do we have here? Heals you and your allies for 1 HP every round of combat, the Ring of Intensive Care. Spooky and Sleaze armor. Nah, our money's limited right now. I'm gonna have to grind at some point, I think. Alright, hardware, what you got, buddy? It's one of Weird Al's song hardware store. I don't know. This must be the proprietor since he's standing behind the counter. Hi, I'm Swell, is this your store? That's right, I'm Bellamy Jodware, and welcome to Jodware's Hardware. Just wondering, did you open a hardware store just because of the rhyme? Yep, that's pretty much the entire reason. What's for sale? Anarchist's hardware in infinite stock. That means that we can make a lot of nuclear bombs. Comfy hat lining, fuses, matches, rivets, and work gloves. Hot and cold armor. I'm gonna buy the gloves. We have fuses and matches, though. The unlimited access to Anarchist hardware and also crafting, this is very good. Fustulent Grulch is such a good word. What can I make with Powerful Grit? Reduces armor. Boo! I want stuff that deals damage. You know what? Fine. I'm just gonna make all the scary combat items that deal damage to everybody that I can. There. Now we have a bunch of AoE damage. I'm not... Ooh. Gain 3 AP and increase AP regen by 1. That's a boss fight item right there. Okay, cool. We're equipped, chat. I am ready. We are going to go forth and do violence as soon as I remember where we're going. Let's go to the Big Moist. Swamped, Chapter 4. I mean, it's certainly living up to the name. You wouldn't trust this rickety old shelter to protect you from a single raindrop. Gabby, how are you doing? Gabby has a readiness for action. Alright. It's a notice board. See what's there to notice. There's a poster from a local tourist bureau advertising something called Mudhenge. Apparently it's the biggest henge in the country. Oh, it might be worth a look. Can I keep looking? A poster grabs your attention. Missing. Tom Chapman. Inquire at Largemouth Bass and Sons. The face of a teenage boy is circled in an attached photograph. A portrait of the boy and his elder male relatives, each holding a largemouth bass proportionate to his own height. Huh, there's a similar poster right beneath it. Missing. Kathy Tracy, Inquire at Largemouth Bass and Sons. What's going on at Largemouth Bass and Sons? I don't know, but I'll find out. Something tells me I can sit and farm that thing for locations to explore, but 2 is enough to get started. Let's go to the bass place. What are the odds that this isn't bass, but it's actually bass? That's something this game would do. Your slog through the swamp is interrupted by an unfortunately familiar face. There you are, dearie. How nice to see you again, although I would have wished for a more festive setting, but I'm afraid this can't wait for the winter snow. Oh, geez, not you again. Me again. Dark Noel at your service. Hello, Mail. Hello, Selt. Welcome in, you two. Hope you're doing well. You'd be doing me a service by leaving me alone. Now, don't be such a Grinch. I have presents for you. What's a Grinch? Wait, did you say presents? That's right. Painful retribution and Yuletide curses. It was very clever of you hiding in the Institute all warm and cozy behind the Dean's wards, where I couldn't get to you, but now that you're near the source of our power, well, it's time for me to deck your halls if you get my meaning. I'm just looking for my uncle. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about the Dean or your plans or those weird dreams or any of it. She lays a finger aside of her nose and her eyes start to glow red and green. Swell. Alright, so what do we got? She's got 57 hit points. Her minion's also pretty thick. Okay, so... I'm gonna immediately nail her with, ooh, oh shit, we forgot to eat and drink and stuff, so we're not quite as thick as we would otherwise be. That's okay. All right, I'm a Blood Blaster. I am going to, that's gonna be 9 damage. We'll still splatter everybody. Oh, what I should have done is mind melted her. We're gonna kill her this round at the very least. Because I think we're gonna murder her with our axe, which sounds, yeah, we'll kill her with the axe. Let's go ahead and Benzol bucket everyone. All right, and then we'll just cut her down. It's far too unjolly. Oh no. Plus $3 sets out. These things are getting boo. Wow. Okay. So all these things do apparently is just buff their allies. Cannot take more than 5 physical damage at a time. That's cheesy. I love it. Need the fairest in the land and we have it. We got the 7 viewers. Jesus, or the 7 views rather. Terrible. 19 XP, you won. Noel scuttles away with a "you haven't seen the last of me" or some cliche. This is totally gonna be base, isn't it? No, it's Bass. Alright. State your business. Business. No, actually, I'm here about the missing children. Tom and Kathy, yeah, that's a sad song. You'll need to talk to well, I guess either Mr. Chapman or Miss Tracy about that, but I wouldn't let either of them know you've been speaking to the other. Bosses don't talk anymore. Why is that? Between you and me and 3,600 largemouth bass, Mr. Chapman and Tracy haven't been on speaking terms since Mr. Chapman was snubbed at the Aquademy a few years back. They tolerate each other only because they both perform a function vital to the business. Alright, what do you think happened to the kids? If you ask me, that's what I just did. Hell, they ran off. This life isn't for everyone, and Tom and Kathy, oh, they never had the makings of largemouth bass deboners or reboners. Deboners or reboners? That's what we do here. Mr. Tracy debones the bass, and Mr. Chapman rebones them. Only then are the fish ready for sale at market. Are you saying you take out the fish's bones and then put them back in? It's tradition. For generations, a Chapman has deboned the bass and Tracy rebones them. That unique process is what gives our bass its distinctive tang. I'm going now. This is terrible as your potato soup. Terribly delicious. Fair. Alright. Are the shotguns keeping you out or something else in? Who cares? I'm going inside. The grizzled mariner must hate being stuck behind a desk. Is that an empty safe? Emptied to magnify the misfortune of my stolen daughter. Any idea who did this? I have my suspicions, yes. When did it happen? 3 nights ago. I'm still in shock. I can't even muster the strength to close the safe. I can do that for you. It's not hard. Would you? Sure. Bless you. Greetings! As a mariner, do you hate being stuck behind a desk? Excuse me, I make 6 figures a year behind this desk, and mind your manners. You're addressing Adam Tracy, Chief Deboning Officer of Largemouth Bass & Sons. You hear about Kathy? Yeah, I saw some posters about missing children. That's right. 3 nights ago, Kathy disappeared along with all her clothes and possessions. The contents of that safe there in the company truck. Oh, and the Chapman kid. Sounds like she might have run away from home. I'll excuse the remark as you don't know my Kathy, but suffice it to say that's impossible. Kathy loves largemouth bass almost as much as assuming preordained roles in a multi-generational family business. Oh my god. No, Kathy would simply not leave home. There's much simpler explanation. Occam's gator. My lord in heaven. Oh my god, Michi, thank you. That's incredibly kind of you. Enjoy the sub, Ela. Do evils with emotes of dubious quality and all that fun jazz. Let's see. Occam's Gator. A monstrous gator man, centuries old, 10 feet tall if it's an inch. Oh god.
Seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
And Val raids. Hello Val, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I hope the rest of your stream went okay. I hope. Did you finish? Did you finish repos? Welcome in, Jam. Hi Val. It's good to see you. Always. You did finish it? Hell yeah. I'm gonna have to watch the VOD of that. I'm so butthurt that I missed the beginning bits of it. It looks very interesting. It actually looks like something that I would play, if I'm being honest. More fools ensnared by the puns, yes. All puns. What is this abomination? That's the snake from Monster Boy in whatever the fuck it was. That emote is on a long walk off of a very short pier. It will be replaced. He strikes at night and gobbles up our fish, guns, tax returns, whatever. Nah, fear my Kathy. I don't know what we did to provoke his ire, but that beast has bullied and bothered our business since my grandfather was in toddler pants. I sometimes think the swamp itself has summoned him up to be our tormentor. Alright. My friend Charles is missing. Could Occam's Gator have taken him too? Certainly it's possible. Don't think the criminality of Occam's Gator knows any bounds. Alright, well if it ate Kathy, aren't we too late? Not necessarily. Occam's only handicap, it's glacially slow digestion. So ask Sylvester, guard ours. He's swallowed up by Occam's, but by stripping off in his belly and greasing up his body in Occam's own fat, he was able to slither up and out of Occam's jaws while the great beast slept. Oh my god. Where can I find Sylvester? I don't know. We had to terminate him for attempting to unionize. Oh, so we want to help Occam's Gator. Alright. Let's talk about something else. Well, if you must, but I warn you, my daughter's abduction makes me a poor conversationalist. You think if Cicero's daughter was missing, he would have gone and said all the famous sayings for which Mr. Cicero is known? Alright. It's a mess through there. Oh, I don't mind. I don't mean it's messy. I'm saying that the room where we have meals, it's that type of mess. Oh, it's the mess hall, okay. But they only really use that term in the armed forces. You don't consider fishing to be part of the armed forces? What do you think we used to hold the rods? Arms? That's terrible. That's horrible. What the fuck was that? Oh, is that the light flickering? Looking for something? What's back there? Crew quarters, off limits. You live here? Where the fish live, we live. I see. So very confusing. Alright. I suppose you want to talk some more. Well, it's just about a guard who got eaten by Occam's Gator. Sylvester didn't get eaten by anybody. I told him, now I gotta remember this dude's voice. Sylvester didn't get eaten by anybody. I told him to say that because it was the only excuse the bosses would accept for 2-hour lunch break. Oh my god. Sign identifies these waters as a site of historical importance. This pool is the birthplace of Largest Mouth Luke, a bass present at the signing of the Declaration of Independence on August 2nd, 1792. He returned to his home waters to die, but his body was never found. A viscous puddle reflects a gloomy face. Talk to the puddle or the man? The puddle. Hello, sir. It can understand you. Talk to him, the man. I love this game. What's the matter with you? She's left me. Who left you? Amphibious truck. Oh, so not a person? No, I'm more interested in amphibious trucks. This looks like where Valley lives. It's called the Moist, Val. It's called the Moist. That poor boy. Although he probably doesn't know any better and is happy there. Nice. What happened to your truck? Our truck. It's a company truck. We use it to take fish to market. A couple nights ago, I forgot to fill her up before bed, and it must have really ticked her off because next morning she was gone. No note, no nothing. Are you suggesting the truck is sentient? It's funny, I wouldn't have thought so, but I can't see any other explanation for it running off the way it has. Likes trucks more than people, so they really are rednecks. Oh! Welcome in, BG Noise. Our truck in the middle of the stream. Our truck. Filling her up before bed. Wasn't there's that TV show, My Strange Addiction, and one of the episodes of that was about some dude that was like in love with his car. I don't know. Val, we should watch that. It's funny. There's some crazy shit on there. Some crazy shit. Could it have anything to do with the missing kids? Tom and Kathy? You'd have to talk to Mr. Chapman or Mr. Tracy about that. Well, maybe they took the truck. I don't know, seems like a stretch. When did the children go missing? Same day as the truck, but I think that's probably a coincidence. What's this puddle here? It's the gas I never gave her that night. It's here, now, in our special place, waiting for her. Waiting for her to come home. Oh my god. You see the romance between a man and his truck? I think it's like a little sporty car. And oh my lord. Oh my lord. Like, it is a thing. It is a thing, and I actually, like, I read up on the dude, I don't know, maybe, like, last year or something. Does he put it in the exhaust? I mean, I have to assume so. They don't go into that on the show, but I 100% believe it. I think I recall reading that the car broke down and, like, it had to be, you know, gotten rid of, and the dude was, like, incredibly upset about it. The writers were cooking with gas. Terrible, BG Noise. Terrible. How far could someone have gone in the truck? Well, if the gas left in her, it couldn't have gotten much further than 100 miles. 100 miles? Okay. Get a Dodge Charger and have adventures like the Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know, Ela. I mean, like, Charger's nice and all, but I'm more of like a Camaro man myself. I'm sorry. No, 100. Sorry, 100 is fisherman lingo. It means 11. Missing truck, that's a shame. She'll be back. She has to come back. She'll run out of gas otherwise. Then where will she be? Yeah, okay. So I assume this is the other... Alright, yeah, this is the other... cat! Fishermen's cats are a touchy sort and regard unproven outsiders with the highest suspicion. Stop stealing all of the things that I like. No! Never. Never, Val. Never. The cat avoids your touch. You get the sense that only true loyalty to the fisherman's cause will overcome its suspicions of you. Alas. Okay, fair enough. What was that about a chum bucket? The chum bucket isn't... No. Is inscribed, a stranger is just a chum you haven't met yet. God damn it. We take it. The bucket is secured to the floor. Those are decorative. And the chum inside? It's the first batch of chum ever made by Largemouth Bass and Sons back in the summer of 1803. Reminds us of our humble beginnings. Oh, that's revolting. Let Val try. I mean, I would let you try, but... You have true loyalty to the fisherman's cause. This bucket is inscribed, champagne for my real chums, real pain for my sham chums. And this one is inscribed, chum pain for my real chums, real pain for my chum chums. That one's a little more esoteric. Okay. What lies beyond that door is only for fishermen. And what is it? Fish. Can I fish here? Can we not? No. What's back in here? Your quarters? And how would you know that? So Mr. Tracy has his. Maybe the two of you are more similar than you'd like to admit. Back off, Freud. Can I go inside? Into our family's private corners? I'd sooner let a dogfish loose in my socks. Oh no. Oh, see, all right. You have tuna. You have tuna, but I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be enough for this kitty cat. Chum for the chum throne. Oh, God. Freud, this isn't Martian Dreams. That's a fucking deep pull right there, BG Noise. Origins Weirder Games. Space Ultima. Is that something you do? Rarely. This must be the mess, right? It is. We proudly serve reboned fish just the way we like it. Don't want to see you slipping any bones out of that fish, you hear? How much is the fish? More than you can afford, Poil, I'm sorry. You definitely won't see that. I've never reboned a fish in my life. Wait. Better Martian Dreams than Martian Gothic. Oh, God. Surely a fisherman yearns for a glorious death at sea, not up behind a desk. Hello there, I wonder, do you ever wish you'd had a glorious death at sea? Ha many a sea creature has tried to give me one, pal. But before they can get their teeth in me, I've reboned them 6 ways to Sontag. He spits a wad of chewing tobacco out the door. Guy Chapman, Chief Reboning Officer, Largemouth Bass and Sons. You hear about Tom? Yup. Find one child and you'll find the other. My Tom has been lured into the lair of Occam's Gator by that Jezebel of a deboner's daughter. A good and true fisherman led astray by that delinquent sorceress who's never cared a Walt Whitman for what we do here with largemouth bass. Okay. You're being a little sexist, don't you think? Not remotely. I'm not saying anything about her gender at all. I'm only saying that she may have got my boy eaten by a gator man. But when you throw around words like Jezebel around, that's a little loaded. Is it? Well, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm willing to change, but you have to be patient with me, all right? I'm old-fashioned and can't keep up with all these new ideas your generation has. Gender. Penicillin. Good God. Good God in heaven. All right. How is Kathy responsible? Well, the arrogance of youth. Kathy Tracy never thought she had anything to fear from Occam's Gator. She didn't respect him. Several times I caught her attempting to summon the beast by shouting his name 3 times in a mirror directly into the mouth of a bass. As old as going to end with her in Occam's belly, I just didn't think my Tom would be fool enough to go along with it. I think I've heard of Occam's Gator. Chapman's cheeks dark into the murky hue of a humpback anglerfish. What does that even fucking mean? I did a half-decent pronunciation of Sontag. Time for my German citizen test. Oh shit. Scheiße. Auf Wiedersehen. Ich bin ein Berliner. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? I can make that hacky, throaty sound that y'all use, but I'm not gonna do that into my mic because I wouldn't do that to the non-Germans out there. Anyways, as long as there's been a largemouth bass and sons, there's been an Occam's Gator to our great misfortune. I'd venture that there's no creature on land nor sea quite so terrible. 12 feet tall he is, red as a furnace, with smoke billowing from his nostrils. He and his rapacious appetites are a plague on our business. He'll eat everything we got. Largemouth bass, everything. Good enough. Welcome to Bundesrepublik. All right, Google, how do you pronounce this and what does it mean? What's Selt making me say? Oh, Germany. Okay. All right. I don't trust you, Selt. Not at all. You get up to evils. Keeps me up at night, wondering what we did to deserve him. Is it a sin against land to both debone and rebone fish? Perhaps, but damn it, that's what gives our bass its sing. Hacky throat sound, it's the, God, I don't even, off the top of my head, know a word. Yeah, I'm going to assume that it's the CH. It's the one that's like the back of your throat. Like, milch? No, that's milch, or is it milch? It's the back of the throat sound that, like, so many people have trouble pronouncing it, and I don't know. It's like rolling your R's. That's another thing that people. Welcome to Stuttgart. We will both Stutt and Gart you. I don't know. Chat, you're getting weird. I worry. Also, Charlie, you're English, no cheating. The latter one I did, but less weird. Yes, yes. That's all I wanted to ask about your son. It is? Yes. Closer to Germany than you are. Oh, shit. Shit! Charlie, get me with the technicalities. Suddenly, a tuft of swamp swubbery parts, and a man with the head of an alligator pops out glaring at you. Oh god, these things are alligator-headed humans, aren't they? Whoop. Hello, you must be one of the gator men Jessica was talking about, huh? Human? How human? Well, both my parents smell wrong, not human stink. We check our pits. You smell basically normal as far as you can tell in a swamp. Dark stink. Shadow stink. Gonna eat your birch muesli and have brotzeit instead of dinner. I don't know. I just want a fucking Flammenwerfer. That's where I need to be. You know about the shadow stuff? Shadow good. Good stink. Like, oh god. We have a stank fetishist in our midst, chat. Truly, they are the most vile of individuals. Locks eyes with Val knowingly. I follow. Kill enemies, eat enemies. Name of Alphonse. Can I call you Al? No. Can you at least stop yelling? Grah. Fine. Wait, we just got a new party member. All right. Hey, Gabby, mind waiting for me at the Good Vibes? Okay, you have it. Wait, what? It's unclear if Alphonse is scowling angrily or if that's just how his face works. Can I, like, look at this dude? No, we can't look at his stats. I'm curious. All right. We might swap back to Gabby. I do like Gabby quite a bit. Hi, Alphonse. Hungry. Chit-chat? So are you from this swamp originally, or? He gives you an incredulous look. Okay, yeah, never mind. Dumb question. You hope that's his tail? Oh, God. I hope that's his tail too, for his own sake. I see that hobo code back there. It won't let me read it though. A very clean booth for such a muddy hedge. Let's stop by. What is this place? Friend, it's Mudhenge. What's that? One of the most popular henges. Folk travel from all over to see this mysterious mud. So what's so special about it? Special? Well, during the swamp solstice, it's said that the needle of a compass placed upon the central altar will point not to the west, but secret west, where lies the thing you need the most. That's special enough for you? When's the solstice? If you're in a swamp, it's pretty much always the swamp solstice. All right. Well, I'd like to visit. Well, and why wouldn't you? It's the best and most mysterious henge on this side of the border. Admission is 2 meat. Here. I knew you wouldn't be able to come all this way without seeing the famous Mudhenge. Here's a pamphlet that goes over just about everything we know about the history of this ancient monument. Stank fetishes? Oh yeah, the word. Exactly. Val knows. All right, we got a book on the history of Mudhenge. We read it. Little is known about the history of Mudhenge. Okay. A gross, muddy flower. Someone's going to lose their job. Oh no, we squeezed through. We do have a compass. But also this. 13 hobo code. I'm not that smart, video game. Whoa, that was weird. Oh, are these things like teleporters? Oh no. So I bet the hobo code, yeah, teleporter maze, 100%. I bet the hobo code tells us what we're supposed to do here. Okay, so it seems like if we just keep going through this, like the one we come through, it just rotates us in a circle. Okay, how do I leave? This is a different area. There's no hobo code thing here. Oh, fuck. Also, I actually really like the music here. The hobo code will mock me for not being smart enough to solve this puzzle. I would expect nothing less. Okay, but how do I leave? Because it won't let me unless I just have to use the map. Yeah. All right, let's wander. Let's get into a random encounter. It's a swamp, totally Valley's house. Absolutely, absolutely. The wee lad would be perfectly at home here with the Gator Men. Your way is blocked by a full squad of mob thugs, 6 of them, including one particularly shady-looking guy wearing a colander. 2 of the goons are holding a barricade consisting of 2x4s painted with yellow and black stripes. Hold it right there, pal. This here's a toll road, see? A toll road? There isn't even a road here. Yeah, we've increased the toll to compensate for that fact. 40 meat. We can fucking haggle with them? No, we're gonna get to kill them. I see no Gator Man in this fight. Where Gator Man, video game? Where Gator Man? I am incredibly disappointed. Alright, I mean, I guess we're just gonna do the Stilt and Splatter. I need to eat and drink, too. And thank you very much for that hydrate. Okay, do I want to do any AoE? No, I think we're good. Did I make you a VIP? I have no idea what you're talking about, Val. Not a clue. It's just, it's weird how that works. Do we AoE? Yeah. Doesn't really matter. Where's my Alligator Man video game? Unless we don't have him because this is a random encounter, but I seem to recall Gabby helping us in our random encounters. 18 XP, 77 meat, holy shit, and an ivory pasta spoon. Blast 3 random enemies with elemental ravioli, dealing 5 damage each. We have a weapon that is AoE, but it doesn't scale damage. Did I send him away? Oh god, I hope not. And we have mob dress shoes. All right, let me go back to Mudhenge. Did I send Gator Boy away? Did I do a heckin' stupid? I probably did. Take me to the bus stop. Take me to Ocean City. No, he's right here. You lazy fuck. Maybe we were just lost or something. I don't know.
This must be what using your brain actually feels like.
I did nothing. I did nothing. You've already noticed everything worth noticing. Okay. Wow, no random encounter. That's a first. What? What? Uh-oh. You wander over to see what's up. Alphonse has discovered 2 burly men dressed in leather and furs burying the body of a dead Gator Man. Well, considering the swampy ground, they're less burying it and more just covering it with mud. Ravioli's fucking delicious, though. I could go for some ravioli. Now I know what this looks like. Looks like you killed a Gator Man, and I don't think my friend is happy about it. Kill Gator Man? Ah, who cares? Gator Man loser. This worse. Look more. We look more. You take a closer look at the body of the Gator Man before it disappears into the mud. He's dressed in some kind of uniform with an official-looking cap and epaulettes and a big canvas bag. You mean, kill Mailman? Crime biggest. Destroy. The 2 men step away from the mailman's remains and into a clearing where they've set up a camp and small trading post. One of them eyes Alphonse murderously, while the other seems strangely serene. Alright, we step into the camp. The Leathers brothers. The plod splash of Alphonse's reptilian toes draws all the activity in the clearing to a close. A hunter, tanning a hide, stops and raises his blade. Oi, no gators. Get back. Get out of here, gator. Go on. Not boss. Shut up. We attack them. Because I'm not moxie enough. Oh god, he's got a knife. Revel in my malodor. We're just a stinky adventurer. 95 health. John Leathers intends to sharpen his knife for a powerful attack. Paul Leathers stands ready to heal. Okay. I already know what I'm gonna do here, I think. I want to kill this dude, and then what I'm going to do is... Oh shit, I don't think I have anything that'll stun this guy, do I? Maybe... You know, let's just like hit him with like a shitload of dots. I don't know, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. First we have to kill this dude. I'm gonna cook him. Okay, then we'll Parmesan missile. Okay. We'll hit him with a blood blast. We will... I could use the Vigor Inhaler. Or I could just dumpster his stats, which I think is what I'm actually going to do. We toot on the Shadow Clarinet. And then we chop him. I'll be curious to see what our alligator friend can do. Swamp Chomp. 6 damage and it heals him for 3. Tail Smack. Reduces stats by 5. And Shadow Tongues. You look at it from their point of view. They're tanners and can only make leather armor, but the leather armor made off of a mailman gator could be called mail armor and sold way above their I need drugs. Thank you, Val. So Alphonse speaks in Forbidden Tongues, dealing 6 spooky damage to all enemies. So Alphonse has AoE. This is awesome. But I think he's just gonna chew on him. Yeah, you can totally make human armor in Baldur's Gate too. He's sharpening his knife. And he's still sharpening his knife. Oh god. I'm gonna light him on fire. I'm gonna hit him with a knife. I'm gonna attack him. So that'll be an extra 14 damage on his turn. I put the lotion in the basket or I get the hose. Not the hose. It's the hose and then Ela goes at me and starts taking my toes off. Oh, only 16 damage. Okay, that's nothing. You're dead, friend. At last our hunt is over and the swamp claims the bodies. 18 XP and a valuable hunting knife. Sharpen thrice, cut once. Deal 5 times your muscle in physical damage eventually. Justice served. One of the men has a map tattooed on his back. That's why, for instance, cops and cowboys need partners to read the things tattooed on each other's backs.